A few months ago, we shared a segment here on The Story about how to get involved in the legislative session. You know, how to contact your lawmakers, testify in a hearing, be part of the process in bills becoming a law. We want to encourage all of you to get involved in the democratic process, and anyone can do it and make a difference. Take Kellee Harris, for example. She saw our segment and she was encouraged to contact her lawmakers. She had lost her daughter, Kelsey, to suicide after Kelsey was strangled in a domestic violence incident. Harris told lawmakers that she wanted to get involved in bills that had to do with domestic violence, especially any that involved strangulation. Well, turns out they had one that they were working on. House Bill 2676 would expand victim compensation. That's money and resources provided to crime victims. One of the parts of the bill would cover the use of strangulation kits. They help healthcare workers collect evidence and provide medical treatment to people who've been strangled. Harris contacted advocates and testified in support of the law, and her work paid off. The bill was held up by the Republican walkout for a while, but when they returned, it passed, and Governor Kotek signed it earlier this week. Here's Kellee Harris.
It was very elating, and you know, I was holding my breath for a long time, and I just thought it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And then, you know, really in the 11th hour, everybody came together, and it did happen. So I'm very appreciative of the legislature putting their differences aside to really do something that's going to help a lot of crime victims here in Oregon. And this is just the first step, though.
You go. Harris says there's still a long way to go in helping domestic violence victims. Not all of Oregon's counties are using the strangulation kits, for example. And she wants to see a statewide response program on domestic violence like other states have. But she said she learned a lot by going through the legislative process.
As a citizen advocate, which is, I guess, what I am now, it was a real eye-opener. I had expected it to go faster than it did. And then, of course, when the walkout happened, it just really deflated my sense of whether or not anything could ever get done. And yet it did. And so I guess in reality, you know, it eventually happened, but it just happened slower than I thought it would as a consumer.
Yep, it's never pretty watching the sausage being made. If there's something you're passionate about, the next session doesn't start until next year, but you can check out our segment now and get yourself prepared. You can watch it on our KGW YouTube channel. The video is called How to Get Involved with the Oregon Legislative Process from Your Own Home. We hope you do, and we hope you'll tell us about it.